Hello,
18.
everybody, and welcome to the show. Yes, sure is good. Rena,
Goodness,
just,
so.
just so you people know, because most of you people are from like around where I live in the country, which is north. Rena's sitting like 76 degrees and she's cold right now. Like,
Okay. I'm comfortable. Look, I have the sleeves up. See, and
I mean,
I'm wearing shorts.
she's like
I
a
will
solid
also
like. Go ahead.
I will also say I'm currently sitting in 72 and I'm in shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wearing because I'm wearing hoodie and jeans and like 62 degrees, 60 degrees, something like that. But if I was like walking around, I don't need this. It'd be warm. Just saying. Sam Rena, man
I would
up.
say that's cold. I grew up in Ohio, but that's still cold to me now.
Hi, my name's Daelric, and if you get cold, you're a weakling.
Well, no, if you sleep, you're
You
weak.
want to hear another thing that's scientifically proven?
Shoot.
Women, people of
we
the
just got
female
sexist.
sex,
Oh,
people
God.
of the female sex. This is genetically true. Their circulation to their extremities is less so than males. They have lesser circulation to like their fingers and their
Excuse
feet
me.
and stuff like that.
Excuse me. I'm not going to sit here and listen to your patriarchy.
This is science. This
Yeah,
is
it's only because I'm dead inside. Okay.
Listen, okay.
It's biology.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Listen, you can throw your science at us, but we know what you're trying to do. You're trying to design your hierarchical patriarchy to keep the woman down. Listen, I'm
yeah,
here to
explaining why
break that
women
glass
get
ceiling.
cold more. What is this? Why are all
Tyler, we understand what's going on.
statistically speaking?
No,
that's-
Tyler, it's okay. It's okay. You're one of those. Oh God, what's the correct phrasing here?
I can't believe you, Tyler.
Toxic masculinity. Ha! Remembered it. We're not going to sever your toxic masculinity,
Remembered
Tyler. Sorry, it's such a goofy
so
phrase.
proud.
I like how unfunny one says mansplaining. It literally is. It is. It's,
You're a man and you're
Science.
explaining something, so...
Yeah, why don't we let Rena tell us her story? Okay.
I'm a girl who gets cold most days.
Boom. Boom,
You
roasted.
go, girl. You go. What were we
about
doing?
it.
All right. So, anyways, you guys are in the middle of that, and actually, with their 22 persuasion check there, Ophios, going back to the actual campaign, the people listen to what it is that you're saying, and so on and so forth. And it's not like the entire crowd agrees with you, but you do calm everyone down, and you get people kind of like, we probably should figure out a way for us to handle, because more or less this situation's on our lap, unless somebody's like, guards. Oh no, there's no guards.
Never mind.
Which is kind of what they already did. They're stuck with the problem. And here you guys are, the people that literally killed all the guards that were here beforehand, so probably could do a good dent of damage against them. I mean, could the mob kill you? Yeah, probably. But who wants to be the first several people in the fight? Like, Larry, you first. So
I don't know what you're talking about. I just put up my freeze shield and they'd all die.
Honestly, it's not necessarily a bad way of going about it. But so they they actually quell down like considerably, and kind of like the mob kind of disperses a bit. Like, this isn't worth it. I'm going back home. It's cold out here. Yeah, I know. It's 77 degrees. I'm so
There he
cold.
goes again. All right, come on, Daelric. Dial it back.
They start to disperse. Not everybody does, but a good number of them disperse. You see the ones that are left behind, which is probably a third of the crowd, are still seeming a little bit riled up. You're not entirely sure that just simply saying nice words of inspiration is gonna quite do the trick with these people. They seem pretty riled up. I'm like, no, they're here. They're supposed to be up there. That's not our problem that they broke out. They need to go. If they stay around here, they're just gonna cause more problems. I'm not building a house. You build a house.
I have something to say to that.
Oh, hey-o.
It's kind of fucked up, though. This is the punchline I was going to use before. So when they say, I'm not going to build a house, whatever, right? They're slaves. They're no strangers to hard work. They could build their own houses. You don't have to do anything. That's it.
It's not a bad line.
I'm actually really curious how Rena reacts to this statement.
I am as well.
These people certainly are no stranger to hard work. If that's the only way that they can live peacefully here, then so be it. I'm sure they'll find a way.
How big of an object or image can I create with prestidigitation?
I think a 5-foot cube, which is pretty big. And why don't you guys actually roll a persuasion check on that one?
Ugh. Who?
It's between you and Rena. I didn't say
Persuasion,
anything.
Rena.
And I'm actually using you guys to cancel out the disadvantage. So it's gonna be normal.
Normal. That's what I was gonna say.
Mm-hmm. Rena, what's your persuasion?
1.
I'll roll it. Because I'm proficient at getting 10s.
Yep, you are. You unfortunately don't sway the. It's like one of those points that kind of like logged in the back of their head that they'll probably think about marinating on in the future, but it doesn't impact them here and now in this moment. So the people seem a little bit riled up still, unfortunately, and what your words do actually do, however, is the door opens behind you, and you see a couple of the people on the inside. As a matter of fact, funny enough, one of the first people that you see, not literally the first, but one of the first people you see is actually also a Perrin on the inside, because Perrin have lived here for a long time. Or it's not like it's just Perrin versus everyone else, right? But there's people on the inside, and the door opens up, and they're kind of like, the word you get from them there is, we are willing to build new homes if need be. One of them is like, I just don't want to leave my home. It doesn't have to be that house. Another one's like, we can build a new house for them fuckers to get in, sort of a thing. And you can see that there's also a mixed reaction on the inside of the barracks as there is on the outside. You know what I mean? And so, but they open the door to start trying to open up a discourse. Like, hey, we're willing to speak with them as well. The people on the outside, as much as you have been. Opening the door does literally open the door to communication, but at the same time, it also riles up some of the remaining crowd, which are already more of the high test ones that were there anyways. They get a bit more riled up. Tyler, did you have a plan?
Ophios was going to cast prestidigitation.
Oh, I thought you said illusion. Prestidigitation is a smaller thing than that. But go ahead.
He was just going to make it a smell of death go towards the crowd.
Why?
He farts at them. I had a lot of broccoli. So you waft.
He's literally thinking of stuff to try and spread them out, disperse them.
Mm-hmm.
He's literally throwing it in there to be like, oh, I don't want to be here right now. Mm-hmm. So like the smell of death, something that a foul odor they don't want to deal with.
Funny enough, it's not necessarily that would be 100% ineffective, but who do you think carried away the dead bodies that were already lying here on the ground? The ones that you guys had left behind. A smell of death is somewhat already in the air and certainly must linger in their noses already. It would have been more effective on the people that were here before, but these were the ones that were already more on edge. It doesn't affect them. They stay.
Darn.
So you can see that they're kind of like inching forward, and one of them's just like, none of you are from here. This isn't your home. Why don't you just leave and let us resolve our problem? Yeah. No one's going to do anything with the fact that you killed the guards. Clearly they sucked at their job anyway. Yeah. Let us just handle them. Or let them handle us. We don't need you here.
Ophios is taking an attack stance without drawing his weapon at the moment.
Okay.
And more of like a defensive but attack stance, ready to attack them and defend the
like hand on your hilt kind of thing.
Yeah, standing at ready. Gotcha.
Actually, standing at the ready to cast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
right
okay. I'm gonna turn around to the people inside the building, and just through the door, I'm gonna like whisper, shout, "Who leads you?"
There's kind of like a little bit of murmuring, and a woman will step forward, and she'll say, I wouldn't say I lead, but it was discussed that I can represent.
and I'll hold out my hand so she can come outside.
Okay. She looks nervous, but kind of like one of those things where it takes a moment, kind of like focuses herself, swallows down the fear, and comes out at your gesture, or even literally guided by your hand if need be, and stands out there.
Does Rena recognize this person?
It's a really good question. Rena, intelligence check, advantage.
Also,
Okay.
is this person a Perrin?
They are not. They're human.
Sorry, I'm just. Oh, this is the one where it's on the left again. I always do this.
Shouldn't it just be a No, it's not a history check. Is it a history check?
Mm-mm.
No, that's more about like actual. Okay, intelligence.
With advantage. Nice.
Cool. You actually do recognize this person. She's lived in this town for who knows how many generations. You knew her when you were younger. She's not much older than you are, maybe 7, 8 years or so. Her name is Leanda.
I'll just kind of recognize her, I guess, and say, "Leanda, is that you?"
And she'll actually look at you, and there's a few seconds where she doesn't recognize you. And then she does. Yeah. Rena?
Yeah, it's me.
Huh. What are you doing here?
Hey,
I'm gonna-
you guys think we can take care of that in a minute?
I'll just quickly say, "I'm here to help," and kind of turn back towards the crowd.
She looks to Yondis,
Um,
who had invited her out here.
yeah. Didn't really have a plan. So I guess I'll whisper to her. I imagine the crowd doesn't like the fact that someone came out, but I'm gonna whisper to her and be like, "You have anything prepared, or should I just keep going with what we were doing?"
She said, I didn't, but I heard what you were trying to say. The cat's trying to get out. No.
How long have you had a cat?
A week?
Oh, so it's a new cat.
No, it's
exactly.
like not. It's not a new cat to you. It's like you've met this cat before, which is a weird way of putting it.
I will retell this story at the end of the session.
Okay, yeah,
I'll
that's
re-explain
fine.
it. So anyways, my brain's not working. Sorry. She says, "No, I didn't, but I'll try." And she looks up and says, "We didn't ask to have our homes taken. We don't care. Shut up. We didn't ask to be put into slavery. Not our problem. Go to your home. We didn't even ask to be freed from slavery. You broke out. You did it." The whole place up there was on fire. We did not want to have anything transpire that did. But here we are, freed from our shackles that we were put in by the same people that took our homes and gave them to you. And we're not going to take back the homes that are rightfully ours, because in these laws here, they're legally yours. We just don't want to go back up there. And we want to be here in our homeland, if nothing else. They listen to it. And someone's like, "Oh, it's not. This isn't your homeland anymore. This land is now the land of Peredhel. The guards are just going to come down and get you anyway." How do you guys
Just
kind of
say,
came in?
I'll just shout back and say, "Let them come, if they choose."
When you say that, she kind of looks over at you. There's that moment you kind of like see each other. And she stands a little bit straighter, like shoulders a little bit further back. And she's like, "If they come, that's not your problem either. That'll be ours. Just stay out of our way and we'll stay out of your way. And then maybe in time we'll find a way."
At this, Ophios will look beyond us and be like, "Do you think they could profits from this working together? Monies is the motivations." Just kind of whispering in Messy's ear.
Mm.
It's a messy year, all right.
Hey.
You're the one who would know more about trades and stuff like that. Ophios doesn't deal in that crap.
I mean, probably, but there's only so much money in circulation. I'm sure these people don't have any, so it's probably better if we don't bring up economics.
Okay. So you say, now's not the time. Save that chip for later.
Ophios will return back to his stance of ready to attack. Or casting stance.
Roll me an insight check, you guys.
All of us?
Sure.
Woohoo! 15.
I think the idea that we're going for right now is we're just trying to wait out the crowd, because
19.
like half of them's already gone, the other half are just standing in the dirt, smelling
Yeah.
dead bodies. and
Like
just
3/4 of
yelling.
them left, yeah.
Frankly, Ophios isn't against killing them, but you guys don't need to know that.
Okay.
They know. So, you guys are kind of judging the crowd. You get the impression, like, they're probably past the point where they're willing to turn to violence. Where moments ago, when the rest of the crowd left and these ones stayed behind, they were still willing to at the time. But they still seem not willing to disperse. Like, they want to heckle. They just want to be heard. They just want to gripe. You know, things went wrong. Some of them were friends with the guards that were murdered. You know what I mean? And so they're just not happy with the situation. Kind of like, picketers. Not going to turn to violence, but you're going to hear us. You're going to hear us.
Who reads that? Is that Yondis only, or?
Well, everybody reads that. Actually, I was giving that to everybody. My apologies.
Cool.
Okay. Ophios would just getting out of his stance and just walk towards them.
Okay. And?
Just seeing how they react to him walking towards them. Whether they move out of the way,
They're
thinking
individually frightened of you because you literally killed a bunch of people yesterday, and people saw you do it, and the word has gotten around about that. So whichever individual you walk up to, as opposed to group you walk up to, is definitely gonna like back away, shy away. They're gonna keep like a semi kind of aggressive look to them, but it's very obvious that they're fearful and backing off.
Essentially, he's just kind of trying to walk into the middle of them to see if they'll finally move away.
They do move away a little bit, but not so much that they actually like. It's like if you try to walk around with a bunch of pigeons, like the pigeons kind of like move, but they don't actually like leave.
Yeah.
Unless you like start chasing them with your arms flapping. You know, rah, rah, you know.
Ophios will then speak then and just say, "What do you want to have happens then? Hecklings peoples does nothings."
Are you asking what their demands are?
Pretty much.
I'm sorry, you're asking them? My apologies.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
speaking
I heard-
to the
yeah.
crowd.
I'm sorry. I thought you were. My apologies. So you asked them that, and they honestly, it's one of those things where even just asking that question kind of just points another look in the face that they're really not even here to do anything else anymore, just to heckle, because you don't even get a real response.
If you have nothing you wants, goes homes. It's where you wants to live. It's where you wants to be, right?
I mean,
Why bothers people's? That's hope to not bothers use.
it's one of those things you say your words and a couple more of them like, yeah, he's right, and they leave. But for the most part, like a chunk of them stay. But again, they're just, I suppose, being annoying more than anything else. They don't look like they're going to give you the peace and quiet of distance. They kind of settled into this role of, we're going to be here. You're going to know that we're here. We want them to be uncomfortable and feel pressured.
I know what Ophios wants to do.
Uh-oh.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he does not.
Uh-oh.
So I'm gonna walk up to Ophios and I'm gonna put
There you
my hand
go.
on his shoulder. I'm gonna say, "Hey, buddy, just wait till they get hungry. They'll leave eventually. Let's go back."
I'll just kind of take Leanda by the hand and lead her back into the building to the rest of her people.
How crowded is it in there? That's where Ophios was gonna go next, but he wanted to kill people.
No, he doesn't. Let's go, Ophius. Let's go inside.
They don't get hungry. Somebody door dashes some Dominoes.
We got
So
Postmates.
so you go walking into that place, Ophios, with the August or whatever. It's actually pretty tight. There's a good number of people in here, maybe like 25. They look at you.
It's a pitiful army.
Is that what Giannis says?
No,
It's pretty funny.
not out loud. Just thinking it.
I guess I'll just
Ophios,
turn-
Ophios, when he enters, is I'm just gonna try and read the room.
They're scared. They're genuinely scared. These people also saw you slaughter a bunch of people yesterday. You know what I mean? But at the same time, they know that you had killed the aggressors against them, and they know that you fought up in. Actually, I suppose some of them probably caught a glimpse of you up in the area overhead in the mountainous region. Because Ophios is barely there, but he still moved about and was watching and whatnot as well, as mostly the other two.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, your reputation precedes you. So, anyways, you go in there and there's like a little bit of fear, but some awe. Do you say or do anything to them?
Ophios will just do the best to look non-threatening.
Okay. Rena, do you stay outside or do you go inside?
I go inside.
Okay. Rena, you walk inside and you recognize a decent number of the people here, but not everybody. Because one, not necessarily everybody would be people that you would know, and also two, not necessarily everybody here is people that originally came from this town. So, you recognize some of the people here. They don't necessarily recognize you either. You've kind of grown up a bit the past few years. So, but some of them also recognize you from the work camp itself, like because you worked alongside them. So, you walking in gives them a bit of a familiar face, which is nice. You kind of start swaying things in your favor. Is there anything you want to say to these people, or anything you want to do with them, or leave it be?
I'll just kind of say, if you stick to what Leanda said, then you should be safe here. Just kind of generally to all of them.
Gotcha. Well, I imagine you have probably a couple of quick words with the people inside or anything like that, but for the most part, there's not really any conversation you need to have with them. But if you speak to Leanda outside or in a squished area inside, she's actually going to say to the group of you, probably Rena at first, the others join up or whatever. She says, I wanted to say thank you. We honestly thought, well, we would have been surprised if they had just set the building on fire and just burned us all in there. And somebody else being like, no, they weren't get that violent. Shh, I'm talking. And so she's like, I really do appreciate the aid that you guys offered yesterday, today, and whatnot. Like, really, thank you. I do appreciate it. We're just gonna have to find our own thing. I mean, unless the people just all of a sudden start opening their arms to us. But as it is, we don't even know where it is that we're going to be able to find tools or the lumber and whatnot for us to build homes. We're going to need food to survive. We're going to need some shelter for the winter.
Ophios will kind of go, woods, foods. There's a place south that might have stuffs for his use.
Where?
Addersfields?
One of the people says, "Oh, I am from Addersfield."
Well, see, the thing is, some dumb idiot guard thought it would be funny to play with fire, and I've heard there's been some damage. We haven't seen it. But I'm sure they're looking to rebuild. They could probably use the help.
Why don't you roll me a deception check?
I'd love to. I mean, I really wouldn't love to, but I can.
Oh, you did a good job. So Leander says, so instead of taking Talion, we head to Addersfield? I don't know if that's the best idea for the group of us, but I suppose we can kind of talk amongst ourselves and find out what's the best plan.
Well, if you stay here, they're just going to send guards and you're going to be re-enslaved.
Leander said about that, actually. Did you say that you were going to go fight them?
Well, good luck. No, I'll look at Rena.
I don't remember saying anything about that, so
I
Ophios will just
said
kind
that.
of look.
Rena did.
Yeah, I said it.
Oh yeah, in the speech.
Yeah.
Actually, this would perk up Ophios because the guards are technically in the direction where he wants to go.
Mm-hmm.
So
What do you
Ophios will
think
be
so?
like, Ophios will look at Rena and be like, "Are you good for your word?"
Sure, maybe we could fend them off for a while, but, you know, there's a lot more of them than there are us. Eventually, they're going to get you.
It doesn't mean that we won't stand our ground against them. Kind of reassuring her. Maybe putting a hand on her arm.
But staying here is probably still going to end up that way. Regardless of whether or not we do a good job at protecting you. We'll be overpowered eventually.
I know this is your homeland and it's mine too, but for the safety of everyone, it might be for the best to head to Addersfield. If you can.
Whoever's best amongst you, roll me persuasion with advantage.
That would be Tyler.
Yep.
I have a 2.
Got 1.
I have a 3. It's a 12 though.
Do we have any luck die? Did we get any luck die in that little period there?
Don't think so. I'll try. Nope.
Nope.
You guys do not have any luck die. I've been given some daddy's dice.
I like how they're helping you a lot when there's no combat for you to use it in.
It's okay. I can find other situations to use them. So anyways, the we do love daddy.
Jesus Christ. Delete that. You're banned. Who's that?
Emrys.
You're banned, Emrys.
That's awesome. Thanks for the Twitch chat full of luck, Josh, but you're a day late, $1 short.
Quick
So
roll now.
you say your words to them, and she nods and says, "Honestly, it's not a bad idea, but the decision won't be mine alone to make. I'll have to speak with everyone else."
I'll just say, then we've done what we can for you for now.
At least here's
Thank you.
looking at Rena.
She says, "Thank you again. I truly appreciate it. Well, I suppose we'd better get to work. Let me know if you have time to..." Well, I suppose I don't. It was nice seeing you again. She gives you a hug.
Yeah, I'll hug her back.
And you guys can, of course, kind of, head out of there. When you guys go back outside, again, there are some of them. Since you come back outside, a few more of them have kind of left. What's left behind is maybe like a dozen or so. It's actually a pretty small crowd comparatively. They're outnumbered by the people inside. But again, they just seem like they just are just angry. Just like need people to know that they're angry and not happy with the situation. But you don't get the vibe of violence or anything off of them.
Ophios would still lean over to Yana and say, "Probably best if they goes elsewhere."
It's not our responsibility anymore.
I'll just walk down and kind of walk through them, not really looking at anybody.
I mean, there's
just
only
making my
12
way.
of them. You could just easily walk around
Yeah,
them. But
just
you're
like-
choosing to walk
yeah.
through them. That's pretty metal.
Yeah, I'm doing walking right through.
You're just pushing them aside.
Ophios will kind
Yeah.
of speed up his step to get like shoulder to shoulder, so it takes up more room. So they have to move more.
I'm just gonna shake my head and walk around them. I don't care. 12 people. It's a small crowd.
Listen, Ophios he's like, "Oh, I like this. Bold strategy."
Power move.
So you guys make your way past them and probably need to go and spend a little bit of time allowing a morning to settle, because this is the fucking morning. So you guys make your way back and probably have a little bit of small talk and everything, which you don't even necessarily have to have on camera. You can just small talk about the whole situation settles. Flash forward past lunch and later on in the day. Honestly, you guys need to make a decision of which direction you're going to go, what your plan is really.
Ophios will speak up in this moment and just go, we kills the ones that hunts the slaves? The ones norths?
Could try Ophios. Not gonna work.
I'll just shake my head kind of reluctantly and just say, it would seem that way.
No, it would not seem that way. It's a pointless venture. For every one we kill, they'll just send 2 more until we're dead too.
Well, if you look at things that ways, nothing happens positively.
We did some good change. I think we should take what we have and leave. We set him on the right path. Forcing it anymore is just going to result in more retaliation. I mean, we spent a good few minutes up there just trying to calm down a mob.
You heard the ones that came to us. There's tasks for us. There's others thens.
Look, if you want to go there, I'm not opposed, but we're not going to go there just to mercilessly kill guards that could come this way.
Then's the commanders.
You mean the commander that we definitely can't kill?
Yous underestimates us.
No, I think you underestimate them.
I'm like, I think you both underestimate me.
No.
I said us
No,
as a group.
okay.
It wasn't me.
Okay.
Yous words alone. Yes, dangerous, but togethers, we can handle our own.
Ophios, I had an opportunity, okay? He was sleeping. Took him by surprise.
He was not asleep.
I'm pretty sure parent can sleep with their eyes open sometimes. It's not.
It was not asleep.
Well, then that's worse. That's a worse thing. If he doesn't sleep, then we definitely can't kill him.
It's deeper than sleeps.
Death? I don't. What are you referring to?
Magics. Old.
Well, yeah.
Magics.
Yeah, he was very magical. Yes, thanks for bringing up another one of my great points as to why we can't kill him.
I'll turn to Ophios and just say, or ask, have you killed one before?
Yes.
And you're positive you can do it again?
I have beliefs. But first, we can make our ways theirs, or we can go get weapons that are better against them. Cursefolds. Weapons.
Hey, anything that makes us stronger, I'm okay with. Just as long as we're not fighting them now, it would be fantastic.
We should take care of some ifs, there's are ones headings here's for the slaves, but ultimately, commanders must die.
I can agree with that. But I'm thinking a few months, and you're thinking a few hours.
I was. Ophios would probably snicker at that because he wasn't thinking hours.
It's like minutes, man. Let's get there quick.
Seconds, man. Seconds. And he'll just look to Rena and Messi and say, "Choice is yours. Face
Yondis.
nows, kills guards, and heads to Curse Vaults. That's my suggestions."
Is that the town that's north that you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Griswold's-
Where
okay,
his sword
sorry.
is.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Cold Steel.
There's no point in killing the guards that are on their way here. It's not gonna help.
It's keeps them safes.
Not particularly, no.
Buys times.
They're not gonna send their best.
Doesn't matters.
But if we kill the ones that they're sending, then they're gonna send their best.
Not necessarily.
That's a risk, Ophius. We already have the upper hand here. They're gonna decide that going to Addersfield is the best choice, and they're gonna go there. And maybe we'll run into them again later. I mean, we already cleared out of town for them. How much more work do we need to put into saving 20 people?
At that, he would look to Rena because Ophius, again, wouldn't care about saving the people, but cares about the fact that you care. That is legitimately the only reason he's arguing.
Yeah. At what Yonda said, I'll just kind of like recoil a little bit and just say, these people mean something to me, and I think it's worth it. Just a little angry.
And he'll just kind of shrug, looking at Yondis.
Look,
Listen.
yes, it would be a good thing to do. I
We're
guess,
either
but-
togethers or we're nots. I cares nots who lives or dies, but I cares whose I trusts. And he gestures towards Rena, and he kind of looks at you.
This isn't Ophius. This isn't a black and white decision.
It's a simple ones that you makes difficult.
There's ripples of consequences.
I'll just say, look, if we happen to come across some guards,
If they're heading this ways, that's all I say.
What if they can track us?
Not to worry.
Some guards die at Addersfield, some guards die here, and some guards die on the road to here. They're gonna see we're going north.
Suspects. Knows. Difference.
I understand the feeling behind it. Actually, as a matter of fact, I can really respect the passion here. Really, I'm seeing it in your eyes, Ophius. But going and slaughtering guards that are on the way here just because they were assigned to go here isn't much better than. It's not going to help the people that are stuck here.
I have a
It
quick
might-
question for Scott.
Yep.
Ophios came from north, right?
Kind of in this area, like around mountainous region. You're not entirely sure where it was, because before you'd ever really seen a map.
Yeah. I was just kind of curious if he was heading more towards where his den was.
If you continue heading north to Kurzfeld, then no further.
Okay.
I'll just turn to Yondis and say, we may not have to kill them. I mean,
It'd be better if
You-
we just weren't seen at all.
At that, Ophios kind of smiles and be like, just kind of like, you understand me now, right?
Cool.
He's just kind of like smiling and looking at Yondis.
Wait, I'm saying we shouldn't be seen at all by the guards headed here, not as in kill the witnesses, Ophius.
And at that response, he'll just kind of, are we in a place where there's a lot of other people right now?
I know you guys had walked away finally from the encounter, so I imagine you got maybe outside of town, over towards near where you were kind of set up beforehand. Probably not even there yet, just kind of walking and talking.
At that, he'll change his disguised self face to something else. He'll turn into the guy who he had spoken to, just his face. The Hafue.
Again, Ophius, you can track events, not just people.
At that, he'll change into Yondis.
All right, knock it off.
What? Having issues with seeing yourselves? And then he'll just switch back to his normal parent look.
Yondis just starts body shaming the other Yondis in front of him.
You pot-bellied nose picker. Yeah. Yondis is just gonna shut up and just keep walking.
Essentially, that was what Ophios' goal was.
Ophios is like,
"Come on."
Ophios was trying to convince Yondis that the conversation was pointless. He did a good job.
He was trying to convince you that he's just gonna kill them if they're coming here to do that, because Rena kind of wants to do that. So it's like, you can say what you want. You either have our back or not.
Only kind of though. I could be persuaded to not kill them.
Ophios would strike. If
Yeah,
he
you kinda
found
have to
out they
tell
were
him
there
what to
for
do.
that, so.
He would only not do something if Rita told him not to do it. Then he'd be like, oh, Rita said not to, so dang it. Can't do it. But if Yonda says not to do it, he's like, suddenly
So
I'm
do it-
feeling more
so do
secure
it.
in my decision making.
Literally, Rena trusted him from the get-go. Yondis attacked him. There's more trust towards Rena. And
Yeah, that
plus,
was
Rena's the one who
reasonable.
knocked him down. He's more intimidated by her. It makes sense.
I'm
That was
the
close.
alpha.
That was close.
Yeah, I got pissed and then I stabbed you in the butt.
How was this close?
Anyway, so
So it's been decided. We're going north.
to specifically Kurzwald or to Addersfield?
Curse
I guess.
fault.
Curse
Wait,
fault.
Addersfield South.
No.
Addersfield
yeah.
South.
I meant not
Adlama?
Addersfield. Adlama, yeah.
Maybe
Well,
on
the
Llama
Curse
to
Field.
just.
Curse
sleep.
Field.
We're kind of sweeping to the outskirts of
Adlama,
Adlama.
just to do a little bit of scouting before you go up to Kurzwald, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. So, I mean, honestly, you guys did some stuff today, but it's still relatively early in the day. Do you, aside from heading back to town and getting your stuff, do you just head out today immediately to start going on that trek?
My vote's yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you go and get up your stuff and you start heading in that direction. Again, the whole region is like Rena's backyard, so she knows it well enough. You don't have to worry about making any checks or anything. It's pretty easy to do, including finding food, water, the trek, so on and so forth. You guys are doing all right until you kind of get to that base area. Now, over near Adlama, probably the best place to approach is the same way you did beforehand. And there's that small little, we'll call it lake. That's barely what it is. Down at the base, the spot with the water and everything that you guys had met up beforehand, right? But do me a favor as you approach. Roll me perception checks.
Does Rena get advantage because she knows the area?
Nah.
Please roll well.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Good job, Rena. So you guys are approaching the area. When you notice there are other people here, you notice the tracks before you get there. You can almost hear the sounds not too far off and whatnot. You actually realize, every time we come here beforehand, we've been able to just kind of plop up and be comfortable here. But now there's actual people.
So maybe I'll just grab both of them and like pull them behind like a tree or something, or
Sure.
a couple trees, like kind of in undercover.
Mm-hmm.
There's other people here.
Guards?
Can I tell?
Yes, you can. My apologies. So they are guards. The other people that are there, as you kind of like Rena, I was thinking of somebody stealthing up there for a minute. So as Rena's like kind of approaching and making her own little kind of like instinctive stealth check because of like again her expertise in the area, you do notice that they are in fact guards that are over there. but they're not just guards. So they're kind of have set up their own little perimeter. You can't quite count out how many there are with the short snapshot view that you get before you have to like retreat to not get caught. But you notice that there's guards, but they also seem to have rallied up a few of the people that were freed as well. Again, you don't quite see how many there are yet. It's not with the like the snapshot view that you get right away. Stealth check or something like that would allow somebody to get closer and see better.
Question.
Shoot.
Ophios will look at them, and he'll just start turning into a snake.
Well, you have to do the thing then.
What thing? Oh gosh.
Uh,
Hold on.
Doing it.
This is for Messi. This is for Messi.
Woo! All right.
Higher.
Higher. Yeah, higher. There you go.
So he's a snake now, and he's
Okay.
gonna slither over to see what's up ahead, unless you guys stop him.
That's
Funny
no. I'll let him.
snake.
I'll let
Oh,
him
that-
do
that's
it.
good. That's good.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll just.
I see some eyes there.
Tyler, why don't you roll me a stealth check?
Do I get advantage for being a snake and blending in?
No, just what the DC is affected.
Okay.
Thank God that didn't hit the 2.
So you actually do a pretty good job of sneaking around over towards where they are. They're probably not looking for a snake or anything like that as a concern. So they don't notice you at all as you start slithering over in the area and get a better look as to what's going on. A quick count in your infrared snake vision. It seems as though they've gathered up just about a dozen people that were captured. But as for the number of guards, it's less than a dozen, maybe 8 or 9. They're decently well equipped in the sense that their weapons are of decent quality because, you know, Peredhel military. They are wearing armor. But you also get the, looking about the area, you notice that they don't have, oh, actually, before I say anything else, roll me an investigation check.
Do I get advantage for infrared eyes?
No.
He always asks.
Do I get advantage for asking for advantage? So, looking about whatnot, you get the information I just had given to you. You don't really get much more than that.
Sorry, just that snap into frame was great.
I hope somebody clips it. So I get no other additional information other than there's about 8 guards and they have 12 people.
Correct.
All right, he's slithering back.
Jeez. I can't wait to see his transformation.
Ah,
Wonderful.
transforming back.
Oy vey.
You're welcome, Messi. That was for you.
Thanks, buddy.
So he'll change back and relay the information. Says there's 12 captured slaves and 8 guards that I could find. And he'll, as he's putting his gear back on and stuff like that.
Oh, great. Then we're just gonna leave, right?
as Ophios looks at Rena, getting his sword, like kind of like dusting it off as he's putting it in his hand, like, I mean, I'm gonna attack unless you decide no.
I'm like, that's 12 people there. And how many? Do we know how many
8 guards.
there were? No. How many slaves were there?
12.
12.
About 12,
12
yep.
slaves, 8 guards.
You guys
Yep.
can always try to, other people can always try to stealth and see if they can get information as well, but honestly, Ophios did a pretty good job.
And Ophios will also say, there is option 3, where I be the guards and sees how that goes.
And I'll just kind of look beyond us and see what he thinks.
Or we go that way.
This was the entrance you guys had used beforehand, the one that Raina used to leave. But it was always a side way up. Not the front door. Not the difficult climb back down the backside of the mountain. But
Yeah, this is the easiest way to
it's
get there.
a way to get there. It's not the only way.
Would I know like how much longer it would take if we went another direction?
For you, Plex.
What?
This is for
Oh.
Plex.
Yeah, they asked for some ASMR.
Thanks.
Oh.
So anyways, how long it would take? That's a good question. Roll me a survival check real quick.
Oh, we're not necessarily pressed for time. We're not in a hurry.
It's
Just normal survival?
Yep.
Like, killing people out of convenience is probably a bad idea.
Yeah.
You think it'll probably take you to go around the front way? I don't know, 4 or 5 days.
Oh. Okay. So I'll just say to Yondis, that would add days to our trip.
Days?
Days.
We did this trip before. It didn't take us days.
Now it's a little different. We don't
It's
know what
not over the mountains. Looking at the mountains.
it's around.
Now that I would believe would take us days, but are we in a hurry? Is killing these people really the only option?
Ophios just starts changing into a guard.
I'm sure this will work.
I'll just let him.
Daelric, I'm gonna climb a tree so I can watch.
Sure.
Do I need to roll athletics?
More of a stealth check, because you can take your time with the tree.
Sweet.
Yeah, you're fine. Rena, what do you do?
Okay.
Before we cut to Ophios.
I guess I'll just try to get into like a closer but like still hidden position. Is that a stealth check?
It is. You're not going to be able to get much closer, but you definitely can get a clean line of shot and whatnot. Mm-hmm.
Question.
Roll number 1.
Ophios will look at Rena beforehand and goes, perhaps looks like prisoners?
Oh, be like, okay, yeah, we could do that.
He wants you to be the Chewie to his Han.
Oh, I don't want to ask what you said.
Chewie to his Han.
Oh.
Chewbacca to Han Solo when he's bringing in Chewie like
now
in
I
shackles.
understand. That's okay. Yeah, I'll eat Chewbacca. Okay, sorry.
I didn't expect that. That was
I
awesome.
didn't either. Ophios will also look at her and says, "You have to give weapons to Nis." Or
I'll just
leave
kinda like-
with Yondis. Not your great axe is probably gonna have to stay behind with Yondis.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
Hey,
Rena, I don't think
put
he's
it in
strong
the
enough to
bag.
carry the ball.
Hold on. Sorry, you both were talking.
Go ahead, voice
No,
of this
no,
guy.
he's more important.
Just put the axe in the bag.
Oh, the bag of holding. I'm carrying it?
Yeah, you have the bag of holding. I
Okay.
also would I be able to put that in my little haversack backpack?
What?
The
Axe.
great axe?
Yep.
Okay.
Because
Because that would keep it as 5 pounds. I currently don't. All I have in it are potions, which are in the side pockets.
Okay, then I'll just hand him my weapons.
Put them in the backpack.
I thought you were asking if you could put the bag of holding in the backpack.
No.
Can
You
you?
put an axe in the backpack
You
then?
can certainly try.
It's
I
not
don't
gonna
wanna
work.
try-
It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Why
So
not?
if you put the axe in the bag of holding though, if you need it, you have to fish for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it'll
so
take
I'll put it in
some
the
time.
backpack then.
But you can give me the hand axes.
Funny enough,
Wait.
the backpack is actually pretty cool in that if you stick your hand in the backpack and think about what you want, it's already in your hand.
Backpack it is.
But
Do
would
that.
I don't think a great axe can fit in it.
Well,
Wait, what do you
just
wait?
try.
What did he
In
say?
the
Don't
main-
do it.
In the main component of the backpack, it can handle a great axe because it can handle 80 pounds.
Okay.
Go.
All right, then put it in the backpack.
Okay.
I don't know what chat's talking about. I think they're saying do not put the axe in the backpack.
I think they were saying don't put the bag in the backpack.
Why not?
Bag of holding
I
in the
know what it
backpack?
does. I literally read what the haversack does and how it happens when you put an interspatial object inside another interspatial object.
What? No, nothing
What
happens.
Yes,
happens? Do
No.
yes,
do they
stuff
both
happens.
disappear?
That's what dreams are made out of.
No,
We're not
thinking of
doing
our
it.
dreams
Who
are
magic
made out of.
freedom?
Okay, okay.
Come Can we save the game and then do it and see what happens? And then load the
Okay, we
save?
have a save file.
That would be wicked cool if that was like a
Somebody
rule.
drop a trump card to give us a save file.
it's not Trump card,
Send
but
those
like,
daddies.
like a daddy, like a daddy tier, like a save data, like save file.
Yeah,
That'd be kind of cool.
that'd be funny.
Anyways, so moving on. Maybe with a different type of game. So you guys put everything. You put the axe inside the backpack, so on and so forth. The backpack's being carried by Tyler, I imagine. And how are you going to manacle yourself or look like you're a prisoner?
Don't we have rope?
Sure.
Yeah, just put your arms behind your back.
Tie me up.
Puts your arms behind your backs and let's goes. I don't need to tie you. I just figured if you keep your back, they can't see it if I stand there and I act like you're holding your hands.
Well, that might not be convincing. But okay.
Are you wearing like really shitty garb that slaves would wear? Or are you wearing like badass emperor armor
Shit.
still?
No, somebody's trying to drop a trump card. Don't do it.
No,
No,
they
Wait,
were,
hold on.
No,
wait.
no.
they were asking you if you wanted one.
I don't want one. If I can own one, yes, maybe, but no.
Not against us, but for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know which was which. I forget. Anyway, so we're gonna approach with Rena acting like a prisoner.
When
What
are you
am-
going to
I'm
get
just
changed
have-
first?
Yeah, I guess I just have light armor on. Yeah, I think so. I don't think
Clothes?
I'm wearing that
As long as you don't have the
breastplate
armor
anymore.
on, yeah.
And Ophios is a full disguised self, his whole body.
Wait, Rena, why aren't you wearing the breastplate that you took off the commander?
I can't remember why. I think I took it off because I was like in disguise at Llama, and then I just never put it back on.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I don't
she
know why.
never put it back on.
So you would just switch. You would just take that off. So your AC would just be your dexterity, because you're not going to be wearing any armor,
Okay.
which is fine. Awesome. And what I need you guys to do, as you're approaching, is to roll me a performance roll for the walk up there. Who's rolling this roll? Because it'd be a party roll between the two of you.
I'm a +3, so it's probably me.
Okay?
Yeah, it's probably you.
You're going to roll a performance roll.
Performance? Oh yeah, it's him.
And what I also need is a deception roll.
Oh wait, what am I?
Can I do both?
Oh, I'm only a 1 on deception.
I'm a 5.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I asked Scott if I could do both.
Yeah, that's fine. Party roll. So you guys are walking in there, and it's not like your performance is the greatest thing in the world, Rena, but you do an okay performance, and the way Tyler's handling is okay. But then even the conversation walking up, like, all right, where did you get that one? Oh, around the deception and everything to get in there is pretty good as well. You guys are definitely able to be amongst their ranks and get Rena tied off over by the area where all the others are kept. Now, obviously, Tyler, we've talked about this beforehand. You're not going to do a crazy, powerful knot. The idea is to put a knot there and have a quick release, like like a slip knot or whatever it's called, right? Something that, or a sailor's knot, whatever. So it releases easily. So you're going to set that up, no problem. Now that you're kind of like free to walk about a little bit more, Tyler, you're actually welcome to roll one more investigation check. That's a pretty good roll. You notice that they didn't bring food with them. They'll have water and whatnot for the trek, maybe like a little bit of like snack kind of stuff, like granola or something along those lines, but they didn't really bring food with them for this trek down here.
It seems like they're gonna kill them.
I mean, even for themselves.
Seems like they're gonna kill them.
That's his interpretation. So, sorry. So, anyways, you look about. You see that they didn't bring any food down here when they came to do this journey or whatever. And how are you gonna kind of handle the situation with Yondas being back over that way? By the way, messy. It's not like you're crazy far away. You're talking like 150 feet. Nothing nuts. Rena being tied up with the other slaves, and you walking amongst the guards. You saying anything specific to them? You doing anything specific, Tyler?
When's are we gonna kill these? Are we gonna find s'mores?
Persuasion check. You try to get conversation going. We're not killing them. We're gathering them up and bringing them back. Get them back inside their cells. I'm sure they can get a good lashing or 7 or so for their misbehavior, but they're better off working than they are dead.
Truce. Makes sense. So where's the foods?
They didn't bring much. No need. We're heading back soon. You got any more? You heard any rustling out there you can go check out on? Or you think you pretty much cleared out the area?
I think it's pretty clear.
Alright. We'll be packing up and heading back in about an hour's time. So, if you know any leads, go and chase them down. Otherwise, sit tight. Job here is almost done.
At that, Ophios is probably gonna walk over to Rena and try and put down her like couple of hand axes or something for her.
Cool.
Stealthily, yeah.
Yeah.
Sleight of hand on that one, sir.
Oh, lucky number 7.
And with that, why don't we end our session?
Oh no.
I was just gonna say that I would pretend to be a klutz.
Beautiful. I mean, it's not really much pretending now, is it?
Nope.
All right. So why don't we finish up here, boys and girl? Why don't we talk about what's been going on? Rena, we'll let you go first this time. Reen. Let you go first and tell us. You've been hanging out with the boys lately. What have you been doing? What you been up to? What games you playing lately?
Boys and I. You know, back at it again with some Borderlands 2 for like the second time. But no, yeah, that's what we've been playing, Borderlands 2. I've also been playing some God of War, and I actually just started Resident Evil 4, which is a lot of fun, except for the zombie doggos that are not a lot of fun. But anyway, that's what I've been up to. You can find me over at twitch.tv/Rena the Destroyer if you didn't already know. That's me. And
It's a 10, by the way, not a 7.
oh, so he just changed it. But yeah, that's me. Here are the boys.
Okay, beautiful. How do you like God of War? Is this your first time playing it?
It is, yeah. God of War is really pretty. I should say it's like the prettiest game I've played in a long time, and I like how the combat works a lot too. Like how you have like kind of like 2 people you have to control, and I don't know, it's super cool. The combat styles are like sick. It's just so satisfying, and it's not super hard either. But so I kind of like that because I'm not the best.
God of War stole something from Dungeons and Dragons that I totally used recently in our Thursday night game, which is like the idea that there are these huge gods, these gods that are so massive that they almost just seem like normal grounds to you while you're on them. You know what I mean? And that's actually something that has been in the astral plane in D&D since like the fucking 70s. So that's actually something that was encountered recently by our Thursday night party. So. We didn't play yesterday, but we'll be playing next week. So it's kind of a nifty thing that happened, yeah. Messy. How messy are you?
I'm actually pretty clean. I like to keep my spaces tidy.
I appreciate that.
Thanks.
Yeah. It's I guess some people will consider it false advertising, but I'm messy in other ways, like my personality, my charisma.
How do you have a messy personality?
It's pretty easy.
I just kind of assume you piss all over the toilet seat.
Well, only when I sit.
Why do you think about that?
Yeah, that was the part that...
Why do I think about it? Listen.
Yeah.
No, why did Messi have to pause and think too?
Oh, why did he have to think about it? Oh, okay.
Both of you you thought of it, and then why do you have to pause?
I mean, come on. Like, how often do you wake up? It's 3 a.m. and you really don't want to aim, you know? It happens.
Listen,
Say
I host events, and I always get frustrated with how gross my brothers and friends are.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I always
"You
wipe.
can't lift
I always
the
wipe the
seat?"
seat.
Yeah. Oh, there you
If
go.
I miss when I piss, I wipe the seat always.
Well, thank you, Messi. That's very courteous of you. It's a good PSA. Tyler, you have a PSA to follow that?
I do. I have good news and bad news.
All right.
Good news, I had a great time at TwitchCon. I got to meet Rena. She pied me in the face. Wish Scott and Messi were there because we missed them. They're
Sorry.
good peeps.
Sorry.
I know Scott's. I'm really excited for Scott's new place because hopefully sometime we're gonna have an actual in-person D&D at some point.
Yes.
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 But actually, not yesterday, but the day before, I found out that or wait, it was yesterday. Was it
Yeah.
yesterday?
Yeah, it was
Yes.
yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
I am officially laid off. So currently going to be spending kind of full time doing Twitch, trying to work on my own stuff before I get into potentially job hunting if I need to do so. Everything's good. Everything's fine on that front. There's going to be some money stresses and different stuff like that. But I'm actually excited to start this new adventure and looking forward to what life brings me. And what I can put out into the world and do stuff on my own. So that's exciting, but also kind of terrifying at the same time. So that's a fun little thing going on. But I'll be over on twitch.tv/apocalypse_12 more. I'm hoping to get more YouTube videos up in the near future, working on charity things and stuff like that. And I'm actually heading home to visit my dad this next week, as it's going to be a tough time for him. And have a family gathering this next weekend, but I will still be here next Friday for some D&D and next Wednesday over on the Lost Initiative show for that as well. So I'll be able to hang out with that. Also, really enjoying played Battlelands with Rena and Messi.
Borderlands. What are you talking about?
Battlelands.
I can't.
I
I
wasn't
Freudian
invited.
slip.
I wasn't invited. Actually, ask Josh. He can confirm. They explicitly
You
did
still
not
on
invite me.
this?
Listen, it was
You
my
still on
birthday.
this?
It was my birthday. They're like, all right, September
It was my
23rd,
birthday.
that Monday, let's all hang out. Fuck Scott. And I'm like, but that's my birthday,
not
guys.
what
And
we
you're like,
said.
yeah.
That's literally what we said, Scott, and we mean it, every ounce of it.
I was like, wow.
No.
that was pretty
I legitimately popped into chat, and I remember having a call with Scott. I'm like, dude, you can play with us if you want to. We just figured you wouldn't want to because you've got real life stuff to deal with.
No, you guys are rude. That's fine.
Hot.
But I'm really enjoying playing Borderlands 2 with Rena and Messi. Messi is, of course, leading the way. I'm the parkour master over there. If you watched the stream last time, I was kicking butt and taking names. But yeah,
Well.
it was a lot of fun. I'm having fun doing that and playing a bunch of games with other stuff. I'm also playing a lot of Link's Awakening right now and making October kind of my Nintendo month. So that'll be fun too.
What did you
Are
call
you
it
getting
before?
Are you getting Pokemon?
Nintober.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you gonna play Luigi's Mansion 3 when it comes out
Yep.
on Halloween? Nice, dude. Nice.
Sick.
I
probably watch you
pre-ordered
play them.
Luigi's Mansion. I pre-ordered and already have Link's Awakening, which is what I'm playing right now.
Good.
And then I also pre-ordered the Mario and Sonic Olympics because I'm really excited about
Bro, I'm so excited for that. People were digging on it so hard. I just want to be Mario and race Sonic and kick his ass.
it. I love like anything that brings sports and video games together. I just like.
Yeah.
Always a good time. I mean, sports and video games, like watching the 2019 NFL video game where the Patriots are 4-0 and the Bengals are...
What? Who?
I'm sorry. Just so you know, I'm actually not a sore winning Patriots fan. I just like busting on Tyler.
And
specifically.
Wade.
Well, Wade less so. More Tyler because he's like anti-Patriots. So I just have
No,
to.
I am not anti-Patriots. Okay, I'm anti all
I'm
the love
anti-Patriots.
fest for the Patriots and
So-
cheating. I'm anti-cheating.
No.
Anti-cheating.
Oh, I'm pro-cheating. Ask my wife. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh,
Daelric,
That's
question.
another doghouse
Oh.
statement. I hope
Daelric.
she heard that.
Daelric, quick
She's-
question.
yeah.
That bed on the treadmill behind you, is that where you're staying tonight?
Oh, God. I put the dog
Other
bed there
way.
in case the cat came to bother me, but I was actually able to lock the cat out of the room for the stream. I have to let her out now. All right. And I was going to explain to you about the cat thing. I guess I'll do that really quickly since everybody already knows that they can
Oh,
find
yeah.
me. The house that I bought, Well, when I bought it, it came with a cat
It happens. Yeah.
that used to be my cat 7 years ago. But what happened was, at one point in time when I moved to a place that didn't accept any animals, but we convinced them to allow my dog, but not my cat. So we gave the cat away to somebody that we knew. About a year and a half.
And then you bought their house.
Yeah, and then like 7 years later, we ended up buying the house, and they're like, "Oh, by the way, you get the cat back." And I was like, "No!" But the funny thing about the cat was, when the cat was born, I'm pretty sure the first human I ever met, like when it was all still covered in placenta and it was like a kitty or whatever, was when I met the cat. When it was like literally lying there in the litter of like yuck that mom cat was eating, right? Like that was literally when I met the cat. So she was actually my
of the childbirth.
She was my cat. Oh, she finally opened the door. She's coming over for the conversation. Hi, Pratt.
You look really close to the floor, Daelric.
Oh, that's just me leaning backwards.
Oh, okay, you're good.
Come here, Brat. Come here. So, that was like I literally met her when she was like the size of my thumb. You know what I mean? But now she's full size cat or whatever. And it's funny too because the dog that lived here, where there before was a douche. It was like a small, I don't know what they're called, but more or less it wasn't a real dog. It was like one of those 11-pound, it can go fuck itself dogs.
Like a purse puppy, yeah.
Yeah, one of those awful things. And it used to grab her.
Punt them.
I used to grab her by the scruff and like drag her throughout the house and be horrible to her. But like my dog, which is 38, 39 pounds, is like the sweetest, gentle thing with her. Because the two of them used to share the bed with Brittany and I like forever ago. So it's like, anyways, I literally have a cat after 7 years. I have my first cat back.
That's
By the way,
nice.
it's my last cat. Ow! It's my last cat too because I don't like cats. As it's purring and stabbing me right now. Hi,
Hey,
kitty.
that's the best part about owning a cat is all the needle holes you get.
Yeah, it's so good.
It
All
keeps your skin nice and scar tissuey.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice and
So
bumpy.
good. All right. Yes, you're being cute and purring and.
Wait, lower the camera. I can't even see it.
I can't.
Come on, Daelric.
There you go. There you
She
go.
seems nice.
Ow! Something in the closet.
She's so
She's
nice.
like,
Where's my cat?
Ow.
Yeah, she's doing the kneading thing. That means she's enjoying you petting.
Yes. Daelric, she's always been a very cuddly cat. And it's the only cat I know that's never scratched me. She doesn't bite. She doesn't scratch. She does this thing. If she's being super playful, she does these like teeny tiny little nips, but they don't even really feel like anything. Like this hurts more than those do. But like, she's like the nicest cat in the world. All of the cats can be set on fire with kerosene, but this one's okay.
Well,
Well, that's how you make a cat go woof, but, have you not heard that joke?
No. Ow.
How you make a cat go woof? A gallon of lighter fluid and a match, woof.
Oh.
Oh my
How do you make a dog go meow? How do you make a dog go meow? Put it in the freezer for a week and send it through a bandsaw. Meow. Those are both terrible things to do to animals. Don't ever do those to animals. They're terrible jokes that I heard a long time ago.
Unless you record them and share them on social media.
No, don't do that. Animals
Your
are
address.
friendly, fantastic things that deserve love and affection.
hey guys, if you abuse animals, make sure to post your address in the chat right now.
Hey. All right. Bye, everybody.
Okay, see you, Daelric.
Oh, jeez.
Bye.
Oh, jeez.
How abrupt.